Hello and welcome to episode 5 of 177 Nations of Tasmania. And today I'm talking to Thanatcha, is that correct? Who's from Thailand. And Thanatcha is the first person that I've interviewed who I've not met before. So everything I'm hearing that you're hearing will be new for both of us. All I know is she's from Thailand and she teaches the piano. And I know that because there's a piano sitting in front of us here, which I hope Thanatcha is going to tell me more about. So welcome, Thanatcha. Please could you just introduce yourself for us?
My name is Thanatcha Nathan, so from Thailand. So in Thailand, I used to work in international school as a piano teacher. I moved here because I'm married.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And whereabouts in Thailand were you from? Where were you brought up?
In the east. So it's the east from Bangkok for 2 hours. So my husband moved back from China and moved back to the same school that we worked together. And then that's the story that we met. And after that, he moved back here before. And after 3 years, so I plan to move after married.
So did you marry in Thailand or here?
We got the registration in Thailand secretly as well. But my family know it because we just have a time frame to manage all of stuff. And then back here, so we married in April 2017. And then we had the ceremony in here in October the same year.
Okay. So why did it have to be secret in Thailand? Was there a reason for that?
I just believe that if I tell everyone before and the process won't be success.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we have to prepare lots of documents. We have to go to embassy to get some documents for him and then just translate everything in Thai and then just go to the office just to do merits registration for that.
Okay.
Yeah. We get officially one in Thailand and then we just have this ceremony in here with the family here afterwards.
Oh, okay. So did your family come over from Thailand?
Yes.
Yeah. And how was that?
That's amazing. That was a brilliant, the fun time that everyone had together. Yeah. And they have funny story after that as well because I made the wedding dress from Thailand and packed everything in here. So, like when you fold it up, so they have the wrinkle on it. And then I had no skill with ironing at all. And I tried to make the dress nice and neatly without wrinkle. And then it's turned out that I burned it that day.
Oh, no. So what did you do? Did you have a replacement dress?
So my dress, I designed it myself. And then they have like a really long sleeves until the floor. So it's turned out that its sleeve just burned and made the hole like that big. And yeah, so we decided to cut it out.
Oh, so you just had to have short sleeves.
That's right.
Oh, well, at least you had some solution to that. It would have been disaster.
I know, but that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. And so was that the first time that your family had been to Australia?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how was it for the different families to come together?
They're all right. They're pretty fine. Actually, my family used to travel quite a lot as well. So it's not the first time for them to go overseas. Yep. Yeah. So my sister graduated in UK before. Okay. Yeah. So we have a little bit of time of traveling. So they're quite fine with that.
Before you were married, had you been here?
Yes. So he moved back here before me about 3 years. So he moved back in 2015. And then between that, so I had my music studio in Thailand. So I just started up and I just want to make my dreams come true before. And then I just travel here every summer. Every holiday because I work in international school. So our holiday are quite the same time. Okay. Yeah. Yep. So I just come here every holiday.
So what were your first impressions of Tasmania?
Peaceful and this, what's it called? Scenery. It's really nice scenery around and I just loved it.
Your hometown in Thailand, how does that compare? Is that a busy place?
I never been to Gold Coast, but my husband just said Pattaya, my hometown, is just like Gold Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the city along the beach. They have really very civilization, I think. And nightlife.
So that's where you grew up?
Yeah.
Yep. And what was it like growing up in Pattaya for you?
Actually, I really loved it because they have like two parts. So on the beach part where I grow up, so we have like the old town, which is they have the fish market, they have lots of street foods, and we had medical clinic. So my family run the medical clinic there.
Okay.
And yeah, so I think it's pretty nice, and I think I was lucky to grow up in there. Yeah.
And how many people are in your family?
5. We have 5. So I have 3 sisters. So I am the youngest one.
When did you start with the piano?
So when I was 12, about 12. And then I was lucky because I had an opportunity to start teaching when I was 15.
Oh, wow. Right.
Yes, and that's why my English came from there, because they have lots of foreigners in Pattaya and people who get contract to work in there. And every time that I have to teach, so I just say to all of my students that, okay, I teach you piano, you teach me English, because I have to speak English to teach all the time.
So you were mostly teaching to foreigners then?
Yes.
Yeah. So what prompted you to start learning the piano?
Oh, because one of my friends, I just want to getting good like her. Okay. That's motivated me. Yeah, but I didn't know that I've got this talent.
And so when did you sort of know that you might be good at it?
To be honest, I'm still like thinking that I'm not good at it.
But good enough to be able to teach other people.
Yeah, that's all. Because teaching is one of my passion.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, when did you know that you would be good enough to teach other people, that you'd be able to do that? 15 is pretty young.
It seems like everything just happened and lead me that way.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I found out that it's one of my passion already. Yeah, so I never stopped teaching since 15.
So how did you start teaching at 15? What was the circumstances?
It was a fluke, actually, because I'd had the music lesson with another school. And then I have to move to this one. But once I moved, the teacher quit. And the owner just asked me well, right now I can see how you play. Would you like to try to do this? And I said, well, why not? This is opportunities in front of me. So why do I have to say no? Mm-hmm. And then I just teach every weekend. And then the weekdays just go to school normally. Yeah. And then in Thailand, the school, they're quite strict, especially for the teacher. And then I found out that, that time I was a teacher at the same time, and I just want to change the way that they were before, too strict, not listen, and just thinking that you are kids all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just want to change that way. So that probably become my passion to teach.
Okay, so when you say change, you mean changing the way they taught.
That's right. That's right.
Less strict formal.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So after I finished high school, in Thailand they call it entrance. So you have to entrance to the university. So I've been to university. But I haven't finished it because I didn't like maths and I didn't understand what I have to do in there. So I just dropped out and just find the associate board of the Royal School of Music and just go to the private teacher and just learn from there.
Okay.
Yeah. And the first year that I moved here, so I have a chance to finish my certificate of music teaching from St. Cecilia Music School.
So, you were, after school, you went into university and you said you didn't complete that course?
No, I didn't.
So what did you do then?
I just moved back to, I went to university in Bangkok. Bangkok. So I just moved back and start working with mum at the medical clinic, just be the receptionist.
Okay.
And then manage something else as well. And then start to do that course, just start to do private tuition with another teacher, and then just finish those things because it's still my passion. Yeah.
And is music something that people really value in Thailand, that parents really want their kids to learn an instrument?
Yep, it's pretty valuable for that. Yeah.
So when did you start working at the international school?
After the receptionist. So I never done just only one job. So even I'm teaching in the international school, so it's still like part-time role. Okay. That if I have student this day, I just go in. But after that, so in working in school, so I start from 8 to 3:30, and then after I finish, I just come back to do the receptionist after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before and after that, I just met my husband, and then I start up my studio. So that means in the morning, go to international school, and then after that, just go to the studio. And once I moved here to start everything up, it's just like a little bit struggling because I came here before my visa granted. So I'm still on a traveling visa.
Oh, right.
And after that, about 6 or 7 months, I could not stay, just do nothing. So I'd just go back to Thailand for a bit, do a little bit of travel, and then come back here, and then the visa about to come out. So I had to go back again. And then once the visa come through, so I just try to work things out in here, what to do, the first step. And the second step after, yeah.
So was that the hardest thing to adapt to when you first came? Just not having
doing
enough.
Anything.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. You sort of talked about your first impressions of Tasmania, but what were sort of some of the other challenges that you found trying to settle down here in Tasmania?
Just to the cultural, actually. I would say that's the first thing, because I work in international school, and I have worked with so many cultural and so many nationalities. But I found out that it's still new thing to learn for me in here, how to understand and know the way they think, know the way they do.
Yeah, what specifically did you find difficult or confusing? Or what took a while to realise?
With the people around here, it just, I think just the way that they think and they routine in each day, what they have done. Yeah. And I just kind of adjust to them a little bit more now. Yeah.
And what might be something specific that you found was really different from, say, what you were used to in Thailand and was done really differently?
Like in Thailand, I think it's all, I think that's probably about the culture part, that in Thailand, people just like quite calm. They not say anything straight away. Yeah, but they will find a way to say to you nicely. But in here, that's the thing that I found out, that if they want to say something, they just go bang straight away. Right. Yeah.
So you found people were quite direct.
Yeah. But it's not that bad way. Yep. But it just sometimes that I didn't prepare. Yeah.
Okay, so people sort of say it straight out. They think so in Thailand, what would people do instead?
They won't say it much sometimes. Yeah.
Or they just sort of say it indirectly.
Yeah, they just go around to probably to the west before, and then get back to Launceston after.
So what's your work now?
So my work, basically in here, teaching at home, and then students come here.
Okay, so they're doing sort of private tuition.
Yes.
And how long have you been doing that here for?
Right now, I would say a year and about 4 months that I start up here. Yeah.
And how did you get students at the beginning?
So basically, I just need everything just go straight out. So I didn't do much marketing at all. Yeah. But I did have some, I do have the page on Facebook called Ellamore Piano Studio, which is, I get some from online, but mainly just start out from, I just went to some off school and dropped the flyers here.
Okay.
Yeah, and then people start to introduce to another person. Yeah.
Yeah, and so to just sort of build from there.
Build it up, yeah.
Through word of mouth. So have you found it sort of easy to get to know people here in Launceston?
Yeah, actually it's quite easy, but I'm kind of introvert person, so I'm not going out much. But I was lucky that I just met some Thai community in here, Thai people in here, and then they introduced me to another one. And also last year in October, so we had a Loi Krathong Thai Food and Culture Festival.
I was there.
Right, yeah. And because you did some interview as well.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
And I had a really good opportunity to help manage the stage and the show. Yeah. So that's the first time that I saw many Thai people in here, because I thought that there is no one here.
How did that feel to see so many Thais?
It's lovely. I just feel like at least, we have some little space just like home. Yeah.
I think if you don't have that experience of being away from home, living somewhere else, you don't realize how important it can be.
Yeah. And also last couple weeks, which is when I got up in the morning and I just like, oh, it's weird. I feel like home now. Yeah, even in here. Yeah. Which is nice feeling. Yeah. But it took a while to settle down, to feel like it. Yeah. Before, I just not confident to go out much.
Okay.
Even driving, or I just feel like I still like excited and nervous all the time that I have to go out. Because everything is totally different rules in here. And I just don't know how to behave, how to react or anything. But after that, I just like, right, let's do this, let's do that. Just, it's become of my routine. So that's why I feel like home already. Yeah.
So what changed to make you feel confident, or was it just the fact that you were just getting used to the environment?
I have to force myself to do that, because otherwise if you still stay behind the line, so you won't go through it. Basically, when you teach music, you need to keep them motivated all the time. So that means I designed the lessons to be more fun, especially for the little one, and then just keep them going, because I totally understand when I was young, if I'm not happy to do something, I wouldn't do it and I wouldn't make it good. So I just started up by make sure that everyone come here and then they're happy and then got something back for their learning as well. Yeah.
And what about life just generally in Launceston, and do you do anything, what do you do outside teaching piano?
So I start up another business as well, like the traveling business, which is my aim, just take some Thai people to take a tour in here.
All right.
Yeah. But unfortunately, because of the COVID, so they cannot be here to start up the first trip. Yeah.
So when did you start up that?
I started up the end of last year, and then lucky enough that I've got 5 people for this group booked in April.
Oh, such bad timing.
I know, but that's all right. It will be back.
What would you like Thai people to see here? What would you think? What do you think they should experience?
Nature, everything. It's like the ocean, the food, especially the food. I would say it's one of top 5 lists.
Okay.
Yeah, the wine here and all the sceneries. They are so beautiful. Yeah.
What about the other side for people coming from Tasmania or Australia to Thailand or to more specific to Pattaya? What do you think they should experience?
Wow, many things in there. But it's a fun city to go there. Yeah.
Yep.
Good for kids as well because they have like the water park or
Okay. Yep.
Water festival, they happen all around in Thailand.
Yeah.
But in Pattaya they have a special times. I mean, like they extend the time. Normally it happens on 13th to 15th of April every year that they do the water fight all around the country. But in Pattaya, they just have about 13 to 19.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they just went on and on, which is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. What would be something, if you could, that you would bring from Thailand to here that you think Tasmania or Tasmanians could benefit from? Could be a thing, or it could be just some aspect of culture.
I don't know why. I think about it. I must have been hungry, but I just want to get a street food. Mm-hmm. Which is everywhere that you go out, even you just walk out from your place, you find a food everywhere. Which is the food in here is nice as well, but it would be a great feeling that you just walk out just in front of your house, and then you have lots of street food all around the place. That would be great. You're
not the first person to say that.
Oh, okay.
Someone else also had a similar thing, which is interesting. Is there any particular kind of street food that you sort of miss from Thailand?
Very much likely sometime. Yeah, like the papaya salad. Yeah, and especially when you go to the beach. So they have like, I don't know what it's called, but people just have their basket and carry on. And in those basket, they have like fruits, they have sometimes grilled chicken and everything that you can find in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what about is there something maybe from Tasmania that you think would be really good to take to Thailand?
Beef.
Yeah.
Yeah. The meat in here, beef in here is really nice. Yeah. Which is, every time that I come here and go back to Thailand, the first time that I came here, so I leave all of my clothes in here, but I just pack meat.
All right.
Yeah. Beef back home to my friends.
If you were giving advice to an Australian about who wants to understand Thai culture, what do you think would be one of the most important things for them to understand?
Right. Okay. I can think about one. That normally Thai people mind their feet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the feet cannot go up higher than here, the upper body. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's the one that I can think of. Yeah.
And if you were on the other way, now that because you've been in Australia for a few years, you know the culture here a bit, and if you were trying to educate someone from Thailand who wanted to come to Tasmania, what do you think they would need to know?
I think they need to know about footy.
Can you explain more what you mean?
That if you have I think about footy, because I think it's a big cultural in here that everyone into it and really enjoy it, and so that's a good part that they have to know.
And when you say footy, you mean Australian rules football?
Yes, that's right. In saying that, once we have footy on, so that means it's just family time.
Yeah.
And everyone have a good time together watching footy. Yeah.
So have you picked up the rules of footy now? Do you sort of think you understand it?
I have to. Yeah, but I've really enjoyed it. So I picked the team already. So
which team?
The Hawks. Hawthorn. Yeah.
Oh, of course, in Launceston.
Yeah. So actually just follow with my husband, because it's the first time that I watch footy was in Bangkok.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's the grand final in 2014, I think. That Hawthorn play against with the Sydney one, the red team, the Swan.
Sydney Swans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right. And then the Hawks won that year. But it just, the first time that I watched footy, and it's good introduction with that, because we had it like the Thai, probably some community in Thailand, and they just booked the Grand Chancellor. No, not Grand Chancellor, sorry. Is in here. What's that called? And then you just buy a ticket to go in. Everyone dress up their team. And they have like the food and the drinks all day. Right. Free flow.
That was to the AFL Grand Final.
That's right. And but I sneak out, went shopping a bit, and then came back to watch the end of it. Yeah. But that was fun.
But actually, I think it's a very good tip. And a friend of mine actually who's said the other day, said, you know that you're a local in Melbourne, but it's the same, probably the same here. If you have a footy team.
Yeah.
And then you have something to talk about with your work colleagues or just people you don't know. It's how you get to know people here.
Yeah.
So that's actually a tip that not many people would think of, but it's if you know the local community well, that's a good tip, I think.
Yes, that's right.
So
I think so.
I'm glad you said that one. But okay, so that's a really good tip for getting to know locals. But what about in Thailand? What's the way to what would be the equivalent, I guess, in Thailand?
I think food, probably. Like which place they have the good food. Yeah, that's I think, because they have so many. I mean, like food is everywhere, and people just like. If you've been to that place and it was good, so they just start talking, I just went there and you should try. Yeah. I mean, like mum and dad just taught us to be more independent. Yeah. Okay. With everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that typical in Thailand, or is that something that's fairly new?
It's quite new. By the time that I've been raising up, so let's say last 15 years. So both, actually, mum and dad, both of them still working. My dad, he's retired now. But we just put up with these things. So both of them still working. But mainly, I think right now Thailand has changed this mindset. So everything just equal, between wife and husband. Yeah, so they both just go out to work and support each other. Yeah, which is before, back in the olden days, like long times ago. So men more powerful than women. Yep. Yeah.
So the man was the main breadwinner.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. But now they have changed a lot.
What's maybe your favourite thing about living in Tasmania?
Oh, that's great. I think my favourite thing is peaceful. Yeah, because to be honest, by teaching piano, so I listen to everything all the time. Yeah, so I think the peaceful in here, I loved it.
And what about your least favourite thing?
Actually, I don't mind anything. I just love everything in here. But apart from the cold, that sometimes just gives me a little bit unwell. Yeah. Yeah. That's
the
all.
Weather can be very changeable.
Yeah, that's right. But it's challenging every day anyway.
Yeah. It's a thing that many people complain about.
I can understand that. I did say to my husband that now I understand why you look forward to summer, because once the seasons has changed, you appreciate that.
Yes.
And especially for summer, you really appreciate it's summer. Yeah. It's nice weather. Let's go out to do something.